Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. We are making our way through this, I guess, cemetery, tomb? Trying to find the Master, as he was called, which I think there was a path down there that was going to take us to him, but we haven't explored the rest of this place. I'm super nervous around these guys because they've started to get up and move, which is not cool. Take the health potions. Hi there, you guys. And as always, I wish there was an internal map. That's you down. Without any real challenge. Just wait for my magic to come back a little bit. Excellent. Ooh, cobwebs. That's extremely rare. Yeah, I probably don't need to grab all the broken swords. That is a giant acorn. Okay, that's nothing. I'll take the horseshoe because I'm not used to seeing it, therefore maybe it's interesting. Why am I so slow? Am I over encumbered again? Did that... the horseshoe put me over. Of course it did. What do you count as garbage? Okay. Worth not a ton. What about the acorn? That is actually crafting reagent. Okay. Let's see. If we sort by... I guess we are sorted by weight. Just want it to show me everything. So... what do I not care about? Cracked spike mace I probably don't care about. And rusty spear. Wooden club. I mean, weapons do have value. I guess they're heavy, but they're valuable, so I probably shouldn't just be throwing them away because they're my heaviest things. By the way, that should keep me going for a little bit longer. Ooh, hi there. I'll take all of that. Were there any others that were open? Like, there were a few that were like minorly cracked open, and I didn't really look inside them. Yeah, and you had the rusty longsword. Cool. And this is where we came through already. Excellent. And I do seem to have another level up waiting for me that I need to take care of. Okay, neither of you are moving. Excellent. I'm just expecting these guys to move. Alright, that's where we came through. So I think we're getting closer to the beginning. We need a key for there. Hi there, undead. Feral charm. Sure. Increases physical damage by 7%. That sounds pretty good. Where do we equip that? It's a weapon relic. Ah. Okay, so it's something we would have to pay to unlock on a weapon so that we could use it. Yeah, still not super sold on that idea. Because it was like 500 gold or something. The Avalon Crimes, number 26. What happened to Burrow? Nothing puzzles history enthusiasts as much as the motives. Sorry. Nothing puzzles history enthusiasts as much as the motives behind the famous crimes that took place in the Burrow almost half a century ago. The entire Hjor family met a sad end, and it took another 20 years for those responsible for this heinous act to be punished. The Hjor family consisted of the head of the household, Eal, his wife, Yvain, Eal's sister-in-law, her husband, and 4 children. One day, on their way back from the Samhain celebrations, all of them were hit by a speeding carriage. Their bodies were later found in a roadside ditch. What initially looked like an unfortunate accident turned out to be a plot hatched by the entire village. To say that the then governor of Burrow, Rokar, was not fond of Eal, Hjor, is an understatement. However, we do not know the reason for his enmity. Was it because of Yvain, whom the governor allegedly desired, or maybe because of the rumors of bad meat distribution which Eal discovered and then blackmailed Rokar that he would expose him? Sadly, this is something we will never know. What we do know, however, is that after the tragic accident, Rokar used blood magic to force all the residents of Burrow to take an oath of silence. The blood pact was sealed by a hefty amount of gold, which the governor distributed among the villagers, and so the villagers kept silent. Only Lieutenant Aetheric from the Arcane Cold Case Division was able to end that conspiracy. In the presence of a druid, he promised the witnesses that he would remove the blood curse so they would be able to clear their conscience by revealing the truth. With their help, Lieutenant Aetheric requested Rokar and the carriage driver, who was later revealed to be Rokar's son-in-law, Lorcan. They were both sent to trial, and justice was served. Rokar and Lorcan were hanged on the gallows, and the death of the innocent Hjor family was avenged. Subscribe to the Avalon Crimes with your favorite merchant. We can take that. Hey, flower! We found flower! Finally! Just had to wander around in a cemetery for a while. Hi? A soul stone? Neat. And more flower. I didn't know all the flower in this game was hiding in cemeteries. Okay, and we've already gone through here. Yes. There's a couple of those caves that we've seen but haven't found a way to get up to. It's possible there's a way going through the master's room. Oh, and we are back to the beginning now. So we've been everywhere besides the master's room and those random caves that we don't know how to get to. There's one there, and then there was another one up here. Both of them were a bit out of jumping reach. I say as I go to try it again. Yeah, it feels so close. Like, oh. Like, I could almost just get onto that ledge, but barely I cannot. Oh, right. I thought that was an enemy for a moment. So I think this is where the master is. Yeah. So we could go directly to you. Or we could explore around first. Or I could just, you know, mine some iron. Since I'm sure you don't mind me being here. Yeah, there's another spot. There. Similar idea of it's up high, hard to get to. This one actually might be easier. Oh, come on. Feels like I'm closer to being able to make those jumps, but still not quite. Alright, let's toss down a save and then go talk to you. And I'll put away my weapons.
Careful there. Try not to step on the array. It's advanced magic. Very fragile.
Advanced magic or not, I need you to stop doing whatever it is you're doing. I'm here to stop you, just attack. Yeah, you need to stop what you're doing.
Stop. Well, what I am doing here is very important. Besides, I'm hardly hurting anyone. Well, anyone that matters, that is.
You kill people and raise their corpses. So you're not trying to raise an undead army? I'm here to stop you. You kill people and raise their corpses.
That is a gross oversimplification. I am conducting valuable research, and yes, I do get rid of vermin and give their sorry existence some actual meaning. Posthumously, but, well, as they say, better late than never, right? Don't tell me you care about the lives of a few bandits.
I don't, but I also don't think you should desecrate their corpses. I killed a few bandits, but I didn't enjoy taking their lives. I don't know that he enjoys taking their lives. I think he's just making them useful. I don't, but I also don't think you should desecrate their corpses.
I'm not desecrating anything. It's just flesh. There's nothing sacred about it in the first place. It starts decaying the moment you die. I'm merely prolonging its usefulness. And I've made some tremendous breakthroughs. I know people fear this kind of magic, but it creates so many new possibilities. It could change the meaning of life and death. Give those who die prematurely more time with their loved ones. We could learn to live without the fear of dying. We could treat death not like an end, but like a new beginning.
See, that's the interesting thing, where when they're just animated corpses, like the skeletons and what seems to be most of the zombies, then they're just scary tools. But the guy we saw guarding the crypt that was dead, well, undead, he still had his mind. He was thinking, he was talking. And so in that sort of state, you could sort of treat it like an extension on your life. Now, he's bound and forced to do what this guy wants, which isn't good. That's where it stops being, you know, truly a second chance, like an extension on life. But if you were raised by someone who wouldn't impose their will on you, then I suppose it could be seen as, you know, a new beginning. I killed a few bandits, but I didn't enjoy taking their lives.
Don't enjoy it either. It's messy, and it takes up far too much time that could be better devoted to my research. Think about it this way. People who wrought so much misery on others could end up bettering the lives of everyone. I've made some tremendous breakthroughs.
So you're not trying to raise an undead army?
Oh, please. Is that the only thing people can think of when it comes to necromancy? What use would I have with an army? My ambition isn't to command the dead, but death itself. I aim to make Avalon a place where people won't have to fear it anymore. The problem is, I keep missing something. Raising the dead is easy, but I don't want mindless minions. I want truly living undead. Yet no matter what I do, it just won't work.
I mean, clearly he's done it once with the gate guard. But yeah, when he says that he's not trying to make an army, and I'm just thinking, then why are all of them wandering around attacking on sight and carrying weapons? Like we had to fight our way through an army of skeletons and zombies to get down here. But yeah, clearly he's done it once unless he's not aware of the gate guard whose name I've forgotten. It's because you may know the process, but you don't understand its nature. Interesting. Spirituality 75%, or what you're missing might just be a practical experience. Practicality 25%. Or, I'm sorry, but I can't let you continue with this. You may know the process, but you don't understand its nature.
Nonsense. The process, as you aptly called it, holds no secrets from me. I have studied its every stage, every aspect, all while keeping meticulous records. It's almost insulting how straightforward it is, how little variety there is at its very core. Death truly does make all of us equal. And yet, capturing the connection between the flesh and the spirit continues to elude me. No matter how I approach it. I've even tried to force it, but to no avail.
Perhaps it is something unique to every living being, or have you tried consulting Hordak? He doesn't seem like a mindless minion. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I should be helping the Necromancer, but I understand his perspective. I've had, in a D&D campaign that I played back in the day, I played a Necromancer with a similar view of it's not evil, it's making use of the dead. In his case, it was, in that case, that character, it was the point of trying to prevent more soldiers from dying in war by instead letting bodies continue to fight so the living didn't have to die. And so it was seen as, to him, a good thing, versus everyone else still thought it was evil. So I get the perspective, and I can appreciate it. The fact that he's killing and creating undead that are wandering around and doing more killing is bad. But if he can find a way to make this a useful thing rather than just violence and killing, it's not inherently evil in my mind. Have you consulted Hordak?
Warduk. You mean the servant? I'm not sure where you got that idea, but he is indeed merely a minion. Quite a sophisticated one, I'll admit, but he's never said more than 2 words to me.
Might be worth a try.
Fine. If you wish to waste your time with him, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe his first master simply forbade him from speaking his mind. Still, don't hold your breath for any groundbreaking insights.
Okay, so he says Hordak has never spoken more than a word or two to him. He spoke to us kind of at length. And we will avoid your ritual area. Okay, I can make alchemy stuff, and part of me thinks I should, because I've got quite a lot of ingredients now. You don't mind if I just take all of your stuff, right? Yeah, because we've seen basically infinite spirit, or various alcohols. So right, we know how to make these strong health potions now. Do we not know how to make the strong mana? I thought we did. Like we learned it at the same time, but maybe not. Well, let's make a few of these. Looks like I can make 5 of them. Just trying to use up some of my ingredients. Yeah, so this requires rows. We should be able to find more roses. Like, that feels very doable. And I probably should use these small mana potions more often, because I could make 20 more of them. And so rather than waiting around for my mana to regenerate, I should just use consumables. There. Made all of my mana potions. And then I suppose I'll hold on to the sage. I mean, we run into sage all the time. Is there a point in holding on to it? Not really. We'll call that good. Gives me some alchemy skill. So now I guess we want to talk to Hordok. It'd be nice to have more stamina, because I always run out in the middle of mining. Is that a thing up there? No, I don't think that's anything I can interact with. I'm still unsure. Like, that is definitely a thing, but I don't know how to interact with it. I don't suppose there's any way to, like, mine through any of this to give me easier access. Oh. I don't know why I was suddenly able to jump here, but I succeeded. I definitely said that it felt like I was getting close, though. Take the lightning. That's definitely going to encumber me. And I'm sure it's a two-handed weapon. Yeah. 59 to 64. Now that is certainly something. That's like double what the Divine Battle Axe would do. Huge stamina cost, though. 32. Each attack has a 20% chance to call down lightning, dealing 120% damage to all enemies within a 5-meter radius. And it takes a ridiculous amount of strength and some endurance. That is super cool. We only need to drop 6 pounds. That's not actually too much. Let's resort. There we go. And I don't really want to drop my bow. Is there anything? I mean, I've got a bunch of wood, but we need a ton of wood. That's the problem. I was just thinking of the crafting ingredients we have. Is there any we have a ton of just kicking around? Where it would be justifiable to... the fish fillets. I probably don't need 41 fish fillets. What if we drop like 31? We just keep 10. There we go. No longer encumbered. Morgaine sensor. Okay. That's a consumable that gives us +5 max mana permanently? Really? I mean, I should just drink that then. Like right away. This seems like a really impressive area with that hammer and now permanent buff potion. Okay, that was something we apparently already had because it's not showing up as something new. I'm just assuming now that everything we find is going to be some overpowered, cool new thing. Did I get turned around? Is that why? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's like, why am I not finding anything anymore? Because I'm walking back the same way I just came. I'm a bit directionally challenged. It happens. Don't need the vase. Keeper's tag. Cool. So that's where that hole is. Oh. It's a drop-off that kind of looks like the edge of the world. And then this will probably connect to the other opening that we saw. Practical Guide to Profitable Armor by Alric the Gravedigger. Look, I've spent years digging graves, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Dead men don't need their skin, or their bones, or much of anything, really. A shame to let it all rot when it could be put to good use. Take drowners, for example. Their skin turns tough from soaking in filth, almost like rawhide. Dry it out, treat it with salt and oil, and it makes a fine layer of padding. Light, flexible, and good against the cold. If you're feeling fancy, reinforce it with boiled leather. Then there are the undead gravewalkers. The poor sods who crawl out of their coffins. Their bones, though, still solid. Grind them, mixed with resin, and you've got a fine sealant for armor. Keeps rust at bay and smells better than corpse gas. Now, I won't claim this work is noble, but a man's got to make a living, and if the dead can help, why not let them? Waste not, want not, I say. Essence Channeler. It's a one-handed weapon. Good. Requires 6 spirituality. So currently we're doing 20 to 23. This is doing a lot less. But it does have a good block. Blocking regenerates 100% of the magical damage blocked as mana. Attacks regenerate 10% of damage dealt as mana. Okay, so every time you attack or block, it gives you mana back? That's cool. I mean, obviously it feels like that probably won't take effect until I get the 6 spirituality, but we are building up our spirituality. And as a focus on one-handed and spirituality, this might be a good weapon to use. I mean, obviously first we need to get our spirituality to 6. Alright, Hordock, I have questions for you.
Oh, you're back.
The Master is an interesting person. Are you forbidden to speak your mind to your Master? Yorth wants to understand death. I thought you could help with that. Yeah, your Master is an interesting person.
Is he? I couldn't tell. I don't mean any offense, but they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing death or breaking the circle of life. And the only thing they're doing is disturbing some honest folk in their rest.
Why do you serve them? Are you saying this is not your first Master? Why do you serve them?
I don't have much choice, do I? But I don't mind the service. I like being around the dead. It's just the constant cleanup that gets to you after a while.
Are you saying this is not your first Master?
Pah! No! I'm sure he won't be the last. This place is very popular with their kind for some reason. And they always leave it in such a state. It's not like it would hurt them to pick up a few bones and put them back in place.
Are you forbidden to speak your mind to your masters?
Ah, no. I just don't think we have anything to talk about. I don't mean any offense, but truth be told, they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing death or breaking the circle of life. And the only thing they're doing is disturbing some honest folk in their rest.
Yeah. Yorath wants to understand death. I thought you could help with that.
Oh, Does he now? That's quite admirable. And rather unusual for his kind. Normally they act as though they know all there is to know, yet they always end up baffled by their failures. Oh, I'd love to help, but alas, I'm not certain I can. You see, death is intensely personal, and as such, quite indescribable.
So when he was saying that he was shocked by Yorath, who, because usually they think they know everything, and just his description sounded exactly like Yorath, because he was like, I already know everything. But yes, what do you mean?
Well, whether you die alone or surrounded by loved ones, dying is the loneliest experience of our lives. It can't be shared or taken from someone. In the end, no matter how it happens, our death is the only thing that truly belongs to us. It's a potent experience, one for which there are no words, because there is simply no need for them. Nobody is meant to die and then return to tell the tale.
Well, it's not very helpful. I see. Thank you for your help. I mean, if that's as much as you can tell me, then thank you.
I'm glad to have been of assistance. Though I do wonder how the Master will react when he hears about this. I just hope he doesn't do anything that will cause even more trouble here.
Well, one way to find out. Hordak told me not to speak. Hordak told me to speak with his master. I have something. What was the rest of that? I've received an answer from Hordak. I can return to Yorath. Yeah. Let's go talk to him and let him know what we've been told. It's a deeply personal experience that can't really be talked about. I guess I will mine the various iron veins as I see them. And grab the sage. Hey, Yorath.
Well, what earth-shattering revelation do you have for me?
Basically, you need to die.
Are you threatening me?
Hordak told me it's impossible to understand death without dying. It's the one experience that's truly indescribable. Or no, I'm trying to make you realize that your pursuit is hopeless. With a perception check. I'll tell him what Hordak told me. It's impossible to understand death without dying. It's the one experience that's truly indescribable.
That's, No, it can't be that simple. It sounds so... sentimental. I don't believe in things that are indescribable or unmeasurable.
Well, there's one way to find out, right? I'm just passing along what he said. Do with it what you will.
But how do I make sure I don't share the fate of the others? I mean, how do I remain? That's it. Perhaps that's the very core of the problem. What's needed is a subject who is perfectly aware of what's happening, one who understands the intent behind everything. And that subject could only be me. Plus, there might be a few advantages to having an undead body. Let's see. Just need a few things and...
Is he going to turn himself into an undead? Oh, hi there. You are now undead and not Hordok, but you're not attacking me, which I appreciate. Yorath, are you well? This isn't good. Come on. Oh dear. Maybe if I'd used the perception option, it would have turned out differently. If I've taken care of the necromancer in the cemetery, I can report to Quartermaster Fergus. Alright. So I can just leave him like this, I suppose. Sure. I mean, I could kill him, but he's not attacking, and maybe at some point he will come to his senses and understand the nature of death. Did that put all the rest of the undead back to their rest? I guess is my question. Like, is Hordok properly dead now? Or is he still an undead, even though his master is now also a mindless zombie? Nope, you still seem perfectly awake and aware.
Oh, well, this is a fine kettle of fish, isn't it? Poor master. He must be terribly confused.
You already know.
I am the keeper of this cemetery. I know everything that happens around here. Master is... well, he's not really the master anymore. But he became one of us. So it is my duty to watch over him.
What should we do with him? What do you think went wrong? And I'll leave him in your care. What do you think went wrong?
Master's heart was in the right place, mostly. But his head was always all over the place. The dead, you see, they have simple needs and simple regrets. When there's too much clutter, things can get tangled up. But who am I to dwell on such matters? I'm just a simple servant, after all. Things like this are far beyond my understanding.
What should we do with him?
Oh, it's very kind of you, but there's no need to worry. I will take care of him, just as I care for the others. I cannot promise he will be happy, but I'll at least make sure he'll be at peace. His mind has always been so tormented. He deserves some respite.
Okay. I'll leave Yorth to your care then.
Oh, please, visit any time. I'm sure it'll make him happy. And I suppose I won't be going to sleep just yet. Not while the Master is still adjusting to his new state. It might be a good time to tidy up around here. Who knows? I might stumble upon a few useful items for your journey.
Ooh.
So, don't be a stranger.
Okay. Does that mean you'll be... We just gained an item. Does that mean you'll become like a shop or something? Yeah, what is Abarak's calling? 30 to 35 is significant. Explodes a random nearby corpse, dealing damage and applying bleed to enemies in the area. Or a heavy cast. 3 health per second. Continuously heal yourself from a random nearby corpse. The cost of spirituality. I'm okay with that. We can set that up as a spell we can use if we need healing. And then at some point, once I get my spirituality up to 6, which how close are we getting? Spirituality, no, we need to go to attributes. Spirituality is a 3. 1 more and we'd be able to cast this spell. 3 more and we can use that mana weapon. I guess for the moment, let's light a bonfire. Can we do that indoors? No. That's what we already determined last time, as I recall. Then let's head out of here. Oh, if you are going to be a shop or something, do we see that in your dialogue?
Oh, you're back.
Yes. Okay. Then maybe we actually check back later. Now, I don't remember if we actually cleared all of the undead out of... Ow! Well, I guess that answers that. Oh, dear. I have the wrong weapon equipped. Okay, that's 1 down. Let's eat some food to start regenerating. Oh, okay, you are following me. Nope, nope, nope. Yikes. I keep missing them and I have such limited mana. I wanted to have easier access to my mana potions, because I don't think I can use them from my inventory, can I? I can, actually. Come on, don't run away. Thanks for your cobweb. Yeah, those ghosts do tons of damage. There should be more of these skeletons. There we go. Got some more stuff. And yeah, it's during twilight right now, and we are over encumbered, as always. Don't know that I necessarily want to sleep with the ghosts right there. So what did I pick up that just encumbered me? Is it... Okay, these are £1 each. What about the cobwebs? Because I picked up one of you. Is that a crafting? That's what I would have guessed, but no. And there's not really a good search option, is there? Consumable? No. I don't know where the ethereal cobwebs reside on in our menu. It's gonna see how much they weigh. Probably don't need 58 of these. Let's drop like 38 and keep 20. There we go. That still puts it... Okay. So 120 of 120 is okay. I wasn't sure if I need to be under the 120 limit. There's a deer. We could talk to you. You were a shop, weren't you? I don't know if you actually were. But I'm wanting you to have been a shop so that I can sell some stuff. Did I go up here at all and explore? Clearly not. And I encumber myself again. I'm I am awesome. Alright, let's go down. Talk to him. Hopefully he is a shop where I can sell some of my stuff. I'm just gonna drop. There you go. And he's right down here. And then I'll loot your tower afterwards. Oh, and all of your leather's back. Or at least a piece of leather is sitting there. I've dealt with the Necromancer. Actually, let's open shop first. Let's sell all of our garbage. And then was there anything else that I don't really feel like I need? Probably don't need 95 wooden arrows since I'm not using arrows. And a few of these weapons that I'm not using are probably fine to get rid of. How much do books weigh? Not much. I'm fine continuing to hold them. I mean, really, I should stash some of my stuff. Like the weapons that I'm not using. I'm probably never going to actually use this battle axe. If I want to use a two-handed, probably work my way up to this. Because this was doing... Oh, did I sell the mace that I've been using? No, it's still showing that I currently have it equipped. So I just can't sell the things that I've equipped. Okay, that's smart. Yeah, because this does barely more than my one-handed mace. So I'm not going to actually use you. And that gives me a bit more carrying capacity. Now, I've dealt with the Necromancer. He's been dealt with. That's all that matters. He won't be raising any more dead. Yeah, he won't be raising any more dead.
Your secrecy doesn't exactly inspire trust, you know. But I have no choice but to take your word for it. You can report back to the quartermaster that the job's done. But if the Necromancer ever shows up to stir trouble again, it'll be your head. Since you've proven you're brave enough to face the undead, I take it you're not afraid of the night either, are you?
I mean, a little, but some. It depends on why you're asking. Of course not. Why? Depends why you're asking.
I might have another job for you if you're interested. A while ago, another traveler came through here bragging that he found a place where you could easily gather ethereal cobwebs. He was supposed to return with proof, but, well, I'm afraid he may have met an unfortunate end, as often happens. But I'm still curious about the place he mentioned.
Okay. Traveler, who was he?
It's just a stranger who wanted to share the fire for a while. I never ask his name. I didn't see the point. There are those on Avalon who love the thrill of braving the night. They don't usually live very long. I think he mistook me for a kindred spirit.
Can't you just go and check it out yourself?
But the problem is, ethereal cobwebs can only be gathered at night. And I'm not exactly keen on needlessly putting myself at the mercy of the weirdness. I've got obligations to the keep and my brothers in arms. I can't let them starve or freeze just because I'm a little curious, can I?
It's fair. What are ethereal cobwebs? Obviously we know about them, but I would like to know, like, actual lore about them.
When you wander through the weirdness and observe the creatures it has altered, you'll notice a strange substance covering them. That's ethereal cobweb. But no one knows where it comes from. Although some scholars suspect it's the weirdness in its tangible form. I thought it could only be harvested from the bodies of those changed by the weirdness. But if that traveler was right, then there might be an easier way.
What do you need it for?
Or to build a weirdness-repelling fire, of course. Look, if you're ever out at night with no safe place to shelter, ethereal cobwebs can save your life. It's like a temporary personal menhir.
Fine, I'll let you know what I find.
That's good. Hand me a map. I don't know the exact location, but you should find it in this area. Good luck.
Okay. Okay, you didn't restock all your stuff. For whatever reason, that leather was just there. Let's level up. We had 29 cobwebs. Yeah. That's nice. So let's raise our spirituality. I'm fine with that. And then we've maxed out the base one-handed perk. Still a lot more I can do with spirituality. Ooh, right, we've unlocked these because we got that tier, the imbibed by the elements. Elemental infusion. Each enemy affected by elemental status increases corresponding damage type by 10%. Okay, so if we catch a bunch of enemies on fire all at once, then they all start taking more fire damage. Interesting, not great. Elemental shock. Elemental damage is 15% stronger against targets with full health. That means your first attack would be a little bit stronger. Or I can just make each attack do 10% more damage. Rather than one hit doing 15% more damage. That seems like a much better choice. Yep, we'll just put it there. And that means that if I go here, yes, I can now... No, that was the thing that needed 6 spirituality. It was the spell that I can now use effectively. So you cost 18 mana, 17.1 for us. You only cost 4. And this only works if there's a corpse in the area. Very specialized. Anyway, I think we're going to end the episode here. And then next time, I'll probably report to the Quartermaster. But maybe I will check out the Ethereal Cobweb quest. We'll see then. For now, thank you for watching. Bye.